My friends everywhere, I hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to encourage us by leaving a like or a comment, and let us know where you're watching from. Love you all!
Lux stood inside his spacious office, the glass behind him reflecting the sun as it sank into the setting sun, but all he could see was the raging anger in his head. His hands clenched tightly, his face flushed, and his voice boomed like thunder as he shouted at the old man standing before him, trembling with fear.
$10 million, James. Did my father and I throw our money away in the streets? Didn't we provide everything for you? We fed you and gave you drink from our own pockets, and then you come and steal from us? I swear, Mr. Lux, I didn't steal, but it was out of necessity. The business collapsed. People robbed me blind. People like you belong in prison, not in this office. But prison is too good for you. You betrayed trust, and anyone who does that should be punished. Please, Mr. Lux, don't put me in prison. I have a daughter, and she has no one but me. Take her. Do with her what you will, but let me live.
Silence fell for a moment. His words struck Lux like a thunderbolt.
Your daughter? You steal from me, and then you come to pay the debt with your daughter? Do you think I'm a bank that lends you money and you repay it with substitutes? She's innocent, Mr. Lux. She's done nothing wrong. But my house is ruined. Take her and consider it repayment of the debt. Employ her as a maid or a secretary, whatever you like. Just don't put me in prison.
Lux looked at him with contempt, a mixture of anger and disgust simmering in his chest, but curiosity crept in. A daughter? How could he abandon her for money?
What's her name? Her name is Lucy, a kind, educated girl with a compassionate heart. Bring her tomorrow morning, and if she lies like you, you'll all be out on the street. Do you understand?
James nodded in agreement and left with shaky steps. Lux stood alone, gazing at the city, and said to himself,
A daughter for money? Oh, God, what path have I taken?
The next day, a luxurious black car pulled up in front of the gates of Lux's villa. It was Lux's car. He found James and his daughter standing before the gates. He got out and looked at her. Only her calm eyes were visible, filled with deep sorrow.
Is this your daughter? Yes, this is Lucy. She will work here, and I don't want you to have any contact with her after today. Consider the debt settled.
Lucy raised her head and said firmly, But I didn't come here to pay off anyone's debt. I'm here to work respectfully, and if you don't like what I'm saying, I can leave now. Lux was taken aback by her strength and said with a faint smile,
It's clear you're different from your father. You'll be my personal secretary.
I have one condition. No overstepping, neither in word nor in deed.
Don't worry, I'm a busy man. Let's see your work first.
Lucy entered the villa with quiet steps, and Lux stood watching her, not understanding why his heart had stirred for the first time in years. Days passed, and Lucy became a part of his day. She was silent, polite, and steadfast in her principles. As for him, he approached out of curiosity, not desire. She would always tell him, excessive talking between a man and a woman unnecessarily can lead to many dangers, and he would reply with a smile, Is it dangerous for me to understand you? And she would answer with a firm calm, Yes, because there's no connection between us. Her words shattered his pride without her even realizing it. Then came the day that changed everything. He stormed into the office clutching a file and shouting,
Did you sign these papers?
Yes, my father said it's for my work.
These aren't work papers.
He grabbed her arm roughly, and she cried out, "Let go of me! What are you doing?"
I'm doing what you should have known from the start.
"How dare you touch me? Where is your respect?"
What respect? I'm your husband, Lucy.
This is the marriage contract, and it has your signature. Were you and your father trying to fool me, pretending you knew nothing and appearing innocent before me?
She froze, remembering when her father had come to her some time ago and said to her,
These are your new job papers. Sign here.
"Dad, do I have to sign? Can't I read it first?"
Don't be afraid, my daughter. These are official papers. There's nothing to worry about. Lux is a respectable man, and I know him well.
At that moment, she reached out and signed, unaware that she was signing the fate of her entire life. She snapped back to reality, her hands trembling. The papers slipped from her fingers, and her voice shook as she said, "You deceived me, you and him. How could you do this to me? How?"
I didn't deceive you. I protected you from being lost. People would have preyed on you and your father, and I chose to take you in. Yes, it was a marriage on paper, but I intended to make it real. But you always kept slipping away. And your father lied because he was hiding these papers from me, the ones we agreed on from the beginning.
I was distancing myself to protect myself, and you were laughing at me, and I thought I was just an employee. This isn't marriage, it's injustice and deceit.
I didn't betray you. I married you. But from today on, I won't allow you to leave my house or run away, because you've become a prisoner of my love.
No, Lux, I'm a prisoner of your injustice, not your love. Then she rushed out of the office, tears streaming down her face. His voice trailed behind her, broken.
I was truly wrong from the start when I agreed.
The night was quiet in Lux's mansion, and the moon stood by her window as if whispering the world's secrets to her. Lucy sat before the mirror, her hair cascading down her back, glistening in the moonlight, her eyes like a calm sea concealing countless secrets in its depths. She was thinking about everything that had happened so suddenly since she had entered Lux's life, until she discovered she was his wife on paper without her knowledge, torn between a mind that refused to accept it and a heart that began to betray her every time she heard his voice. It was almost midnight. She got up to drink some water, and suddenly she heard the door open softly. She turned in alarm, her hair ruffled by the breeze, and saw Lux standing in the doorway without knocking, his features tense, his gaze lost in her, as if he had forgotten the entire world the moment he saw her. Lucy's voice was loud and agitated. "How dare you barge in like that? Isn't there a courtroom in this palace?"
I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you something important. I forgot to knock.
"Do you think you're in your office? This is my room, so speak quickly and leave."
Your room. Yes, you're right. But you forgot one thing. It's your room and your husband's too.
"I truly forgot, and I don't want to remember. And please, don't come in here again without knocking."
I don't mean to upset you, Lucy, but every time I see you like this, I'm speechless.
"What do you mean? Go back to your place, Lux. Don't come any closer."
I don't mean anything bad. I swear I forgot what I wanted to say the moment I saw you.
His words came out haltingly, his voice softer, while his eyes were filled with tension. He took a step forward, and she took a step back, until her back hit the cold wall, and the moonlight streamed across her face, making her look like a dream. "Lux, stop. Don't make me hate you." Time seemed to stop at that word. He froze, as if a slap had jolted him from a trance. He took a step back.
You're right. I was wrong. I'm sorry again. I lost myself.
Lux was silent for a moment, looking down at the floor. "It's all right, but next time, knock before you come in." He smiled faintly, unable to reply. She was beautiful even in her anger, and her innocence made his heart flutter for the first time. He turned and left, while Lucy remained in front of the mirror trying to compose herself, but a voice inside her whispered, deeply affected, "He's wrong. Why did my heart flutter when he came near, and why did it ache when he left?" As for him, he walked down the long corridor, talking to himself in a low, sad voice.
I must always remember that she was forced to marry me, and it wasn't her fault. But why is it that every time I see her, I feel that I am her captive and not the other way around?
Since what happened in her room, the palace was turned upside down. The servants' chatter was incessant. Eyes followed her everywhere, and the whispers grew louder. How did Lux get into her room? And who is she, anyway? One day, as she was leaving the room, he stood before her at the foot of the stairs.
Come here, Lucy, for a moment.
What is it, Lux?
Things have gotten out of hand, and I won't allow anyone to talk about me or you. From today, you'll move into my room. My room.
What? How can you decide for me like that? This is my room, and I'm comfortable here.
This is my room, Lucy, and my reputation. I don't want every servant in the palace spreading rumors. We're in a house with a great name, and people are merciless.
Instead of solving the problem rationally, you're making it worse. He moved closer, his voice now quiet but filled with pain.
So that people know the truth, that you're my wife, not a guest.
Lucy fell silent, the words hitting her like a thunderbolt. Do you hate me or love me? Everything you're doing to me isn't normal.
I myself don't know, but every time I'm away from you, I feel like something's missing, and every time I see you, words lose their meaning on my tongue.
From that day on, she lived in his suite. Despite everything that had happened, he respected her, trying to keep a distance between them. But every night he stood in front of the room's door, hesitating between going in or leaving. The days passed, and Lucy began to show her true colors to him. Her hidden light-heartedness began to emerge. Her laughter filled the palace with life, and he became attached to her like a small child. Every word from her soothed him, and every moment he spent with her taught him the meaning of purity amidst a life filled with noise. One day he returned from work, and as soon as he entered the palace, he found her in the kitchen, wearing an apron, her hair pulled back, singing softly as she baked a cake. He stood by the door, leaning his back against the wall, and gazed at her silently. She noticed him and cried out in alarm, "What's this? Why are you startling me like this?"
Have I done anything wrong? I just enter my own house normally.
Your house? No, this kitchen is mine.
How so?
Because I'm the one who does everything in it, and this pleasant aroma is none of your business. He laughed and approached, glancing at the cake in the oven.
You seem to be dangerous. Even the kitchen has a soul.
Leave me alone. You'll burn the cake.
It's all right. We're in this together.
Stop joking. It's a cake, not a bomb. They both laughed, and the atmosphere was light, as if they were made for each other from the start. From that day on, they became true friends. She began telling him about her life in her father's house, about her fear of loneliness, and he told her about his childhood, which was filled with responsibilities before his time. She listened to him with her heart, not her ears, and when he spoke, she saw the child within him, not the businessman everyone feared. She changed everything around him. Even the grand palace that suffocated him became vibrant with life in her presence. Her laughter would wake him before the alarm, and her words would extinguish his anger faster than anything else. The days passed between Lux and Lucy in an eerie silence. He couldn't understand his feelings, and she wasn't willing to confront what was inside her. Everything between them flowed as if God were arranging it in small steps. A laugh here, a word there, a glance that lingered too long, and hearts that became attached without realizing it. But lately, strange signs began to appear in Lucy. Her face was pale, her laughter had faded, and her voice sometimes trembled as if she were hiding a great pain.
What's wrong, Lucy? You look so pale.
Just a little cold, Lux. I'll be fine tomorrow, God willing.
A cold? You've been saying that for a week now. No, something's not right.
Don't worry, it's probably just exhaustion. He silenced, but his heart wasn't at ease. She hid her exhaustion from him so as not to worry him. Suddenly, everything stopped.
Lucy!
He quickly scooped her in his arms, his heart pounding so hard it felt like it would burst. He rushed her to the hospital, tears streaming down his face without him even realizing it.
Hang on, Lucy. Please, don't leave me like this.
Minutes later, he arrived at the hospital. The doctor came out and said suddenly,
Congratulations, Mr. Lux. Your wife is pregnant.
The words hit him like a thunderbolt. His eyes widened and his voice came out haltingly.
Pregnant? Yes, almost in her first month. All this fatigue is due to the pregnancy. Are you sure? Absolutely sure. It's perfectly normal. She just needed rest and good nutrition.
Lux stood there, caught between shock and disbelief, not knowing whether to be happy or speak. One word kept echoing in his head. My wife is pregnant. My wife! He entered the room and found her sleeping peacefully. He sat beside her, gently touched her hair, and said in a hoarse voice,
I never knew you would enter my heart like this, nor that my heart would beat so strongly again. Perhaps this is the first time I've felt I truly have a home.
And so 2 hearts came together, and with them a new heart was born after 9 months to fill their lives with happiness as they await future days that will blossom with children and love.